Hello, everyone who are listening on YouTube and LinkedIn. We are going to start in 1 minute, just making sure all of you are here. And yes, so good morning and good afternoon, whichever time zone you are. Thank you for joining this career talk. Sorry, not the career talk, the 88th AI community meetup that is there. We have been doing this for the last 88 months. Uh, and This is a very good way of sharing knowledge. We are streaming live on LinkedIn, YouTube. Please keep your questions coming in on LinkedIn, YouTube, as well on Zoom chat that is there. So the purpose of this meetup is to share knowledge for a specific topic. Then you can take and use it for your work that is there. So today's topic, before I go to the Q&A and the question and answer from the community, today's topic is more about how you can leverage AI to build any specific product that is there. So a lot of people have ideas that they want to work with and they get confused of how they can use it to for their specific work. So let me just confirm in the chat, everyone, if you can see my screen about leveraging for application building to solve a business problem that is there. So you can put it on the and everyone who's listening on LinkedIn, YouTube, please put in your questions on the chat. We will be taking all the questions that are there with respect to today's topic. And I will be answering everything. I am monitoring all the three things. My team is looking as well at one particular stuff that is there. And I request all of you to also put in your questions and we will take it step by step. So how can we all leverage AI application for building application? And I tell this to everyone that whatever you are thinking, think about how you can solve a business problem using technology. So this is what I request everyone who wants to do that to do this specifically. So this is the topic that I wanted to share. Just to give everyone a background, and some of you have already been yesterday we did a workshop for a college where I also shared the similar topic as well. And after this quick presentation, you can ask me anything specific to this presentation or to anything related to your challenges that we are having right now. Right now, we are having the LinkedIn challenge and another specific questions that you have. Also, you can put it on the chat, then I can take it from there as well. The next thing that is important, what we want to talk about, AI is not something new. I want to give you an introduction to AI, how you can use AI in application development, and how you can identify business problem. At end of the day, it is all about solving business problem. Whatever you say, whatever you do, end of the day, it is all about how you can solve a business problem using technology. And this is what we're going to talk about. How you can design a solution that is able to do it. First, you need to identify the solution, and then you have to design how you can solve that particular solution that is there. Then you can implement and integrate these solutions, how you can do that, and quickly a little bit about ethical and practical considerations that are there. So in this quick 30 minutes talk, I will talk about all these topics that are there. So just put on the chat, anyone on the comment, how old do you think AI is? How old AI is? The concept of AI, the concept of is something not very new. It is something that is very, very old. And if we just try to replicate the human, and I know all of you know about this, so I don't want to take a lot of time in discussing about what is AI, how long it was, but it is something very old. It is just a way of doing things. Think about how you can do a specific task or solve a business problem using data and using the technology. That is what the option are there. You can see a lot of things that you can use, starting with machine learning, NLP, neural networks that are there. AI is not something new, as many of you put on the chat. It is very old. It is 1950s. So AI is something. The first time it was introduced in 1956 by Dr. Stephen, wherein he made it for a game of chess. How a human plays a game, that is how it has been used, and this is something that is not new. It has been there for some time. The thing that actually has made advancements to the AI is the GPUs. Now it is cheaper to build and run these models. So that is the reason why all of us here in this call are able to talk about AI, because ChatGPT and all this have make it very, very affordable for everyone to start using it. And AI is not a specific sector. Yesterday, I was having a conversation with one of my partners where they were telling that I want to focus on AI domain, AI sector. I told him very politely that AI is not a sector. Any one of you believe that AI is a sector? AI is the new electricity, according to my mentor, Andrew Ng. It's the new electricity that is driving innovation. It is the new internet. You cannot do any business without internet. You cannot do any business without electricity. And slowly, you cannot do any work, any business without AI. And one who is working, everyone is using some or the other kind of AI to help them in their work or to build solutions, and that is going to be more and more prevalent in the near coming futures that are there. Now in application development, we all know there are a lot of phases in an application development. Many of you are from the software background, so you understand a lot of things that are there that can be done using AI, especially building a software lifecycle that is there. So in the software lifecycle, you have testing, optimizing the code, and improving project management. Yesterday, when I was giving a talk in the Filipino Time Awards, people asked me how you can use AI for project management, because every business, every work has a product management and a project management, where there is a lot of documentation, lot of things that has to be put on track, and AI really helps you in summarizing those things and doing that for you. So please, it can just think about it like how you can, the software SDL lifecycle that is there, how you can use AI to help you in the lifecycle in a specific component that, according to you, you can take it and start working with it. So I'm quickly moving through the slides because it is a lot of theory. I want to focus on some core topics that are there. There are a lot of tools and frameworks for building AI applications. You don't need to do anything from the scratch. There are a lot of frameworks, like everything that we are using. Like today we did in AI residency, we were doing about crew AI. Crew. So crew is a framework. LangChain is a framework. TensorFlow, and you will not believe that TensorFlow these frameworks sit over TensorFlow and PyTorch. When we install these dependencies, end of the day, back in the backend, TensorFlow and PyTorch and all these things gets also installed, and then over that we have that particular package. So everything is, you not need to know about these frameworks, about these tools, and start using it for your work. Awareness is good. So what I request all of you in the call, that hundreds of you listening across the social media and on Zoom, that learn, be aware of the various tools, frameworks, and solutions that are available, and accordingly you need to select for your business use case which one should you use, which is according to the pricing, according to the availability, and according to the uh, complexity that is there. Some of the amazing case studies that are there for successful AI application, chatbots. All of you know that I have talked 100 times about chatbots, how it is enabling customer service, predictive analytics in marketing, how these campaigns do, how to, when to stop the campaign, when to start the campaign, and all those things that are there. So these things are very, very used in marketing. Is a very low risk field, right? If you go wrong in marketing, it is not going to be critical for your business. That is the reason why you will see a lot of AI, lot of generative AI being used in this field to experiment. Other core businesses, people are still little bit hesitant because they don't want to do a specific mistake. So this is something that we all, you will see that the easiest way to start using AI and generative AI applications is through first of all marketing, customer service with a very controlled environment where it does not hallucinate and give you wrong answers. Every company, there are two things that are very important: increasing the revenue and decreasing the cost. So for decreasing the cost, AI can really help in enhancing the business efficiencies that are there. So please look into that. Every work that you are doing, how you can use automation, how you can use efficiency to help you do these things that are there. So this is something that all of us have an idea to it. A quick demo of I'll just play some videos of how it works. So this is an example. So let me just take a pause when it starts streaming. uh, DeepSeek, using DeepSeek, there is a way of you can just prompt in a specific question. I know there is a little bit delay on the slide. Once it is there, I will be just telling again. And please keep questions coming on the chat. So here, what I have done, I wanted to use DeepSeek R1 model to create an application. I just give a prompt that create a tic-tac game for me. It does everything for me in the backend. It creates all the dependent files, the 3 dependent files for me. What I need to do is understand this, take the relevant code and copy it in liveweave.com, the HTML component, the CSS component, and the JavaScript component. And then you have an application ready in matter of minutes. And then if you don't like this visualization, you want to change specific thing, like you want the ball to bounce back and to do something specific, you want to increase the size of this shooter, you can do that as well. You come back to the tool, you ask the specific prompt to do that the ball is not bouncing. If you want to do anything specific, you can write that and it is going to re wire the code and it's going to give you that option. So this is one way of building quick applications using DeepSeek R1, which is freely available. You don't need an open AI specific model, and then you can get the code, copy paste the code, and you can start using it for your specific thing. So this is one example that all of you can start building applications using AI, using DeepSeek R1 and LiveWeave to get the presentation and visualization. And once it is fine, you can just click here, download. It is going to download all the files for you, and then that is one project. The second project is Cursor. How many of you in the chat have used Cursor before? We have done a couple of workshops in our community for Cursor. So here I am getting a detailed prompt. So I want to create a food mood app. Right, I want to create a food mood app. Like according to my mood, I want the AI to decide which food I want to eat, and I want the recipe. So I take that information, I write a prompt, I put it in Cursor, a detailed prompt with I want front-end HTML with Tailwind CSS, and here it is a little bit complex thing because we are also need to create a data for the food and the menu. So it is taking some time. It runs, it creates, if you can see, it takes it, it is running. It is creating the structure of the project. If you can see the structure, it has multiple files, including the SQL, the .py, the HTML, CSS file. And step by step, it is creating everything. After a few seconds of running, it completes everything. All the folders that you see are on the left. You just need to write Python and the application name. And then you have that application ready in matter of minutes. You select your mood, you get a specific ingredient menu and that ingredient and the instruction, and accordingly you can keep selecting it. So two quick ways to build applications. So now there is no excuse that I'm not a coder, I'm not a software developer. Any one of you, if you have an idea, you can use tools like this and start building your applications. So these are the few quick demos that I requested you to do. Now you will tell Mohammed how to identify what project should I make. Today I was discussing with my fourth cohort about capstone projects, right? Some of you are there in the call. Think about a business problem in your current job, in your vicinity, in your startup, in your friend circle that you can solve using AI. Identifying business problem, that is what we are all here about, right? All the startups of the world, all the companies of the world, we are trying to solve some problem. That is how a business happens. 90% of the startups fail because they are not solving a problem. They are just copycatting what is working in the industry and doing something. What problem is decoding data science solving? Like you will ask why we have started this startup. We are solving a very big problem of the big gap between the academy and the actual requirement of actual applied learning and actual applied work that is there in startups, in companies, for yourself. Because theoretical knowledge that happens, that you are learning in universities and this Udemy and all these things, will never give you the exposure to do things hands on. This is the business problem that I started working on 8 years ago, continuously mentoring people, and now in the last 3 years having this as my startup. Because I am the thing is, generative AI came. A lot of things have changed since I started working, but I am adapting to the business problem and I'm changing the way things are happening, right? So before I used to focus a lot on machine learning, neuro deep learning. Now I'm focusing on some different skill. After 1 year, I'll be focusing on a different skill. So I am trying to solve a problem, and accordingly, I am being. If I was fixed on teaching only machine learning and neural network, I would be out of business last year. 2 years back, I would be out of business. I was keeping myself updated with my mentors, hearing from the community what to focus on, what to do, and this is what made me survive. And I request all of you also here in the call or planning to do something of your own, think about this, right? It's not only about working as a full-time job with someone, but also solving some problem that you are passionate about and you feel you can get a difference to do it. That AI can help you as a side project or as a whole complete startup that is there, or even for your company. This is a pitch that I just gave everyone who is thinking about doing something on their self. But even if you want to do it for your company, this is very, very relevant, right? Repetitive tasks, data heavy processes, and decision making efficiency. These are more for corporate as well. And some business problem that if, for startups, is something that you feel is a big problem in the industry and you are passionate about it to solve it. And the things may change, but your passion has to be there, and you keep learning and you keep working towards that particular thing. Anything that can be repeated, you can also do it. Anything that is data heavy, because a lot of data analysis type of work can become automated with the help of AI agents, and you can also do that particular thing. Decision making efficiency is something that based decisions to data and fact based decisions through these AI applications that are there. Now the thing is going to come about feasibility. This is very important. Even in the challenge that we do, I have seen the people who have written very, very big complex problems that they want to solve in a 8-day challenge that we just concluded 1 month back. Some of the people who had a very huge plan without any specific, you can say, roadmap, they were not able to do anything and they failed. But people who tested the market, who understood their capability and the complexity, and they made something that has been achievable, they were able to do it. This is something that is available. Data availability is something very important. You are doing a project and you don't have any data. You can synthetically generate it or use an open source or something, but it has to be available. Without that, it's not possible. How much resource you want to do, right? How much resource you want to allocate? Is it going to be uh, open source? Is it going to be um closed source? What is the budget? Do you have that budget? These are something that you need to evaluate before you start building your application or your whatever it is. Then mapping your business problem to AI capability. I am trying to give examples to the community, because many of you here that I can see in the, especially in the Zoom call, have participated in challenges and can relate to this as well. But for the people who are listening on LinkedIn, YouTube, think about your business as well, right? Think about any use case. Think try to wear your thinking hat and think what business you are doing, what work you are doing, how you can uh, take this learning that I'm giving in this webinar to your actual work that is there. And then if you are interested to know more, all of you who are listening on YouTube, LinkedIn can join our community decodingdatascience.com, where we do a lot of weekly workshops, calls, challenges for you to build upon your experience that is there. So this is something that I request all of you to have as well. And identifying this AI intervention area is something very important. And how I map the business problem to AI capability is through these three steps: mapping your business problem and aligning with the business objective. Because end of the day, you have to align with the business to implement any specific project. Without that, there is nothing happening, right? Without that, there is nothing happening. So this is a very crucial skill. In our AI for Executives program, we go into details about this, how to select a project, what are the things that you require to do. There is a 2x2 matrix to create, to map, and to understand, because you need to have a structured approach to this. If you don't have a structured approach, so a lot of consulting companies have frameworks. So we have tried to introduce you to 4 to 5 frameworks that you can have access to give you the consulting hat to decide which business problem to solve, what is your current AI capability, when should we do, what should we do, how should we do. That is something that all of you should be aware of, right? All of us are playing with DeepSeek, all of us are playing with ChatGPT, that is good. But how we can take that and put it in the bigger enterprise level or business level is something that all of us need to have a chat about, right? Implementation and integration. This is the main topic that we see. Lot of POCs fail because they don't have any planning and they are not solving any specific problem. They are just doing it for the sake of it. So this particular slide, when I let it load on LinkedIn, uh, you need to know how you can deploy. Yeah, this is something very, very important. Building an application on a local system is not going to help the business. Think about how you can put it on, deploy it so that others can use it on mobile, on laptop. So deploy it on cloud. There are a lot of solutions you can do. You can use your existing hyperscalers, or you can use cloud-based open source platforms like Hugging Face Spaces, Streamlit Cloud, and all those things. Many of you know about this as well. Depending on the data privacy, if you want to do it in on-premise or you want to do a hybrid model, that you need to talk about this discussion. Do talk about this discussion. This is very, very important, because just building an application without having a deployment strategy is useless. Integrating it with your existing system, this is where a lot of failure happens. A lot of people are using they have their data on Microsoft and they want to use AWS for AI work. That's not the case. If you are using a specific system, try to use your uh, the notebooks and the AI from that particular tool. Like if you're using AWS, use more of AWS Bedrock and other S3 and all that. Don't go and use Google Vertex and everything. So this is something that you have to have in mind, where you're using an AI which integrates very easily with your system. You don't need to do a lot of connections, because that makes things very, very complicated. Seamless integration is very, very important. Compatibility check. This is where a lot of companies fail. And this really helps you in efficient data flow between systems, because if you have two different systems, a lot of time what I have seen is people are using a specific hyperscaler, and they are doing the dashboard in a different hyperscale, in a different tool. Like I understand Tableau is very well known, everyone loves Tableau, but you don't need to use Tableau. Every hyperscalers, they have their own visualization tool. So think about using that. If you want to use a very beautiful BI, then Tableau is okay for you, but it is not necessary to waste time, money, and effort to refresh the database that Tableau looks into and gets the data. Think about something that is already there. We can seamlessly integrate with your AI system. This is very, very important. Have a monthly, weekly, quarterly monitoring, and to make sure that the model drift is fine, everything is okay. The numbers that you're getting is fine. If there is, you want to update any framework, you can do that. If there is any update in any, you want to change the large language model for your specific project, you can monitor, you can test it out, and you can have this documented. This is very important for every slide. According to the ministry, I have to tell about ethical practices. You have to be transparent whether you are whatever you are doing in AI. You need to tell that I'm using this particular thing. You have to be accountable and transparent. You need to communicate about the job displacement ring with your team when you're using these tools. Don't have like lot of jobs are going to get changed. Today only yesterday someone shared on LinkedIn the type of jobs that are going to really change because of AI. Many manual jobs, many jobs which is very repetitive will go. You need to know about this thing. You need to communicate with your team and you need to upskill your team so that they are able to do something that is very, very specific. Responsible AI use is something that all of you here in this call needs to know about. And I'm talking a little about this because all of you are going to be developers of these AI tools. So you need to be responsible. If you are using AI, you need to tell it. And if you are, don't use anyone's confidential data and put it on these open chat GPTs and everything because there's a chances of you to for their data to get leaked and be used for training, which without their permission. So this is something that is very, very important, and all of you know about this. And I request people to keep putting the questions on the chat. We are just going to end the session and we're just two more slides there, and then we will take questions that is there. And anything that you have, you can ask. You all know that large language models are very biased. They have been trained on the Western data. So try to use local data of your company, of your project to give specific answers. This is something that we do in retrieval augmented generation. So because AI is biased, if you think LLMs will give you a fair answer, that is not the case. Right? Fairness is very, very important and mitigation risk, right? Don't only develop on one particular large language model or one particular architecture, have some mitigation strategies. If something happens, you need to have that specific strategy to work as well in that case, right? Mitigation strategy, fairness, and bias. At least be aware of it. This is all part of the ethical AI and responsible AI that all of us you need to be aware of because when you're using it, it is a part of your guidelines and your ethical template that we have also talked detailed in AI for executive program that is starting on 22nd of February. Anyone interested, go to decodingdatascience.com. You will get all the details. It's a very good way of getting an overview of how AI can be used for businesses and what all you need to learn about because there is and I was just giving a talk yesterday in the awards yesterday that I was part of as a keynote speech. Right now, it is an option. In few years, it's going to get mandatory. So AI is not going to replace you, but AI is going to replace someone who's actually better at it, who has taken the early advantage and learnt about it and started implementing it and showing it to the stakeholders. Now, the last slide is this, as I told you, privacy. Make sure you protect sensitive data and this is same as very very important. The follow the law of the country. Suppose you are in the UAE, follow the UAE law. If you are in the EU, European Union, follow the European Union law. If you're in the US, follow about uh, the US laws, right? So this is something that is very very helpful. So now coming to the resources, right? So I have, if people who are there in the community, you already know about this. I have a prompt template to help you give an idea. If you're not part of the community, you can scan this QR code or go to decodingdatascience.com, be part of the community, and you can download these type of templates that I'm showing you that can help you get answers from ChatGPT, right? Some people are asking for jobs. This is not the way to get jobs to go and put in the comment. Go to the community platform, see the Discord, do some activity. And that is the correct way of asking for jobs, not like just putting in the comment and expecting you to get a response. Showcase your skills and be part of our community initiative. See the Discord, update your open to work, and that is the better way. And not only this comment, I received multiple comments on LinkedIn, on other platforms, that I'm looking for job, please help me. No one is going to help you like that, right? You need to prove yourself. You need to showcase that you know something, build your portfolio. Then only you will be referred to later on, once they see that you know that particular skill, right? By putting in the chat or messaging someone, no one is going to refer you, because there is a lot of people doing the same thing. You see, there is a lot of competition. Everyone wants to do an AI job, but they don't showcase their skills, right? It is you need to showcase your skills. You need to create a portfolio, and I've talked a lot about this in our career talk, and you can join the one that is happening tomorrow as well at 12 o'clock, decodingdatascience.com. So I will just take a pause here, and I will try to take questions from the community. Other than these jobs and everything that I cannot help you with, anything specific to today's topic? If you have any job, if you have any, see, I also want a job right now, so I'm also asking for a job. But if you want anything specific, like that you want to ask about today's talk, and I'm just taking a pause, scan this QR code for the people who are there, or you can go to decodingdatascience.com and you can download this prompt guide. Plus, there are a lot of video recordings of how you can build these type of AI applications that are there. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Please keep the questions, or else I think if there are no more questions, we can, this is a short call that I wanted to do for 30 minutes to showcase this topic. And I will be looking for some questions on the community chat and on LinkedIn. If there are no more questions, I will like to conclude. And I recommend people in the Zoom to put some question that you have regarding today's topic. And okay. If there is no questions coming, so I think everyone is clear. So just to conclude today's talk, there are a lot of opportunities with AI. You need to be open, learn about these technologies, right? Be part of our community, decodingdatascience.com. So someone is asking the link again. So let me put the link on the, it's decoding data science.com all together is the name of our company. Just remove the spaces and then you will get it. Yeah, sorry, because I don't want to share. Yeah, so it's this one, decodingdatascience.com. Okay. So in YouTube also there's few questions coming, but anything is there, you can come on the WhatsApp community, Zoom. Any questions from the Zoom? I recommend at least one question from the Zoom. Syed, Ehsan, Jack, Sina, Sneha, Surinder, Yusuf. So just to conclude, there are a lot of opportunities with AI. Start learning about it. There are a lot of workshops that we keep doing about different tools. Understanding AI principles. This is something that I request all of you to understand. This getting a solid foundation. There are a lot of programs, courses that we offer, or you can get it from somewhere else as well, where you understand the whole principle that is there. Then there is ethical practices is very important. Every one of you should be aware, because if you are using it, it's like a double-edged sword, right? AI. You can use it to kill someone, or you can use it to make food. So accordingly, you need to know the how to use it for the better things and how not to use it for the wrong things. So this is very, very important. So thank you everyone for this call. The challenge winners will be announced by today evening or tomorrow for our LinkedIn challenge that we are running on our LinkedIn group. Just to people who are there on the chat, you can still participate by end of the day. Let me just share my screen, everyone, just to show all of you who want to participate. We are now trying to do a LinkedIn challenge wherein we are asking a specific question, and we are requesting a response that is there. So let me open the groups, and if there is any more questions, please ask it. I'm just sharing my screen. So this is it. Just 1 second before I let me share my screen, and I just wanted to show you. Yeah, so this is the challenge, basic challenge. If you go here, there are some questions that is there, so you can try to answer these questions. There are you keep going. This is the I think this is the third question. I think this is the third. There are totally three questions. This is the third question. So try to answer this, and let me put this on the chat as well. And the winner of this will get an AI Guild membership uh, for one for 1 month for just to do that. And this is one thing that I request all of you to do. And the second thing is about the challenges that we are running. So the first thing is the LinkedIn challenge that we are doing. That is the for weekly challenge. That is for a small stuff. The second thing is our in-house challenges that we are running. So we are running two challenges. One is the LinkedIn challenge, and I have requested people, if you want to still join the challenge, you can join and you can learn and you can make your profile better. And the second challenge is the application building challenge. So if you go to decodingdatascience.com, you become part of the this community. You will be able to participate in this as well. And the second thing I wanted to show all of you is AI Guild, right? AI Guild is where all the recordings are there. So if I go to AI Guild, and you can this recording as well as the workshops that we are doing, you will be getting everything here. So you can go, we have done almost 60 plus workshops that are there. So it's a part of the AI Guild community. So let me also put it here as well as let me put it on this particular thing as well so people can access it. So challenge also, let me put it here. Yeah. So these are some of the initiatives that we are doing. Anything other than you have, let me know. And one more thing before I end the call, I just wanted to take 1 more minute to talk about our program that is starting next week. So people who are interested for this program, you can have a look at it. So this is decodingdatascience.com slash. If you go to the website, there is all the options uh, that we have. AI for executives. I'm putting it on the chat as well, and I will show every one of you. This is a 6 weeks program with American University of Emirates, wherein you will be learning starting. This is the business lens of corporate innovation, how AI is being used, because all of us are, there is a lot of noise about AI, but how actually we can use it for business is something that we want to discuss here. This is a 6 weeks program. This is for every executives, everyone who's interested to actually put it into practice. This is something that I request all of you to take a look at. I've already given the link. The cohort is starting on 22nd February, wherein we will be able to learn about this and take it further. It is a very, very good course for anyone who wants to understand end to end what is a difference between a POC that we make and actually deploying it in the application, everything about budgeting. We talk about 4 consulting frameworks and that we are going to discuss here, templates that we are going to fill to give you an idea about how it is. So this is something that is here. And the second one, all of you know about it, is our fast track, AI residency fast track, which is end to end from Python till hello, print hello world to actually deploying your large language models. And now we are focusing a lot on agents as well. How to use it. Today we did a workshop on Crew AI, multi-agents, LangChain as well. So this is also an end-to-end program. The new cohort is starting on April 12th. So these are the two flagship programs, and all of you are already part of the community. And these are basically more for hand holding. If you require specific hand holding where you want help from us and you want a certification from American University of Emirates to showcase. So if you go to the website, we have all the details that is you require. Everything that is there is in this platform for you to have a look. Not only me, there are multiple mentors who are going to also help you. So thank you very much for your time. By tomorrow in the career talk, we are going to announce the capstone, the LinkedIn challenge winner. So please participate in the LinkedIn challenge and see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. And if there are no more questions from the community, thank you for your time.